Well, here's one of the most neglected things ever invented. It's a 6x4 trailer. And if we go to the tyres, how old do you reckon they are? Like, this is cracks in the tread. I mean, it's probably not going to show up very well how fucked these tyres are, but I mean, it's just gone as hard as shit. Like, even to touch it feels hard. But they're Grand Rallies Goodyear. There you go. There's a date code somewhere, but I couldn't find it. I don't know. Maybe it's before they bothered printing date codes. But even the sidewall's got like, it's all cracked. These tyres were put on this trailer when I was about 5 years old, and I'm basically almost 30 now, so I'm 29 and whatever. So I went down and got some spare rims. Yeah, these are the same pattern. They're Ford rims. They're Falcon EA rims, I believe. I think they're XF or EA or something, but anyway, you can see the rims on there as they're old as shit because they're not even the same bloody rim style. So I got two tyres. They're second handies from the local tyre place, and I basically paid fitting. I didn't even pay for the tyres because they're just out of the scrap pile. So and these tyres are like, you know, 2 years old kind of thing. They've got tread on them. I mean, you're only putting it on a trailer, but the rubber's nice and soft. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. They hold air. They need to clean up, of course, but certainly better than these tyres that are absolutely rooted. Got to go pick up a Speed Queen commercial washing machine I bought off eBay. Or, well, eBay or similar, I should say. And I don't want to tow this trailer anywhere with the current tyres, so I'll attempt to remove this wheel, because these wheel nuts haven't been undone for 30 years. So this should be very interesting. Well, here are the two wheels that actually came off the trailer. They're both completely different Ford rims. So they're both different eras. This one, I'm not sure what era that is. It's EA or XD or something. It's between XD and EA anyway, and this one I think is too, to be honest. Someone's going to correct me. So, yeah, it's a bit funny. You know, like this is a tubeless rim. The valve stem looks clagged. It's not breaking off though, is it? Remarkably. It's actually got air in it. This one, I don't know what's wrong with this tyre, but it's a tubeless tyre. Oh, hang on, maybe the rim's not tubeless. No, I think it is a JJ rim. I can't see the markings on it. See, the rims have markings on these things, and this is what you're looking for when you're dealing with really old shit. This is what you're looking for. These markings here are telling us that it's a 6-inch wide rim by 14-inch diameter. JJ is a safety rim, and that refers to this profile here, which is designed to stop the tyre from slipping off the rim into the centre when it goes flat. So it's a safety rim, because in the past rims didn't have that profile. It was just straight and flat. I can't really get a better look at that, but you can see it's got that, you know, that pressing there, roll or whatever, how it rolled or whatever however they do it, that rolled edge, so it just catches the edge of the tyre. So just a bit of trivia for you. The older rims that don't have JJ stamped on them, if it doesn't say that and it hasn't got that lip, you have to use a tube in it, because otherwise, if it goes flat, the sidewall of that tyre, or the bead of the tyre, will end up in the centre, and you'll basically destroy the rim and the tyre. You shouldn't drive on a flat tyre anyway, but yeah. So that's what that stuff means there. 245, I'm not really sure about what that means. It could be a speed rating or something. This one here, I can't really see it because it's been painted over 1,000 times, but I think it's here somewhere. It's really hard to tell, but I don't think that's a I think that's maybe not a safety rim. Not sure actually. Let's have a look at the inside. That's probably been painted a lot less. No, it's not a safety rim, so you can't use a tubeless tyre on it. That's why it's got a tube. If I feel on this lip here, it's got no rolled edge on it, no lip. Well, if I flick this wheel over, what I'm looking for is this. You can very clearly see it there. That's what I'm looking for. It's a rolled edge, and it's a safety edge, safety rim. So the art actually tells you on the inside of this rim, it's an ROH. Australia, doesn't really tell you much else. This one here, you know, there's too many cobwebs and shit. There's no way I'm poking around that, but usually you get rating information on both sides. But I'd say this has been a spare off something or whatever. God knows, because it's painted yellow, so I'm not really sure why it's yellow, but I can't remember, to be honest. You know, the tyres were fitted when I was like 5 or 6. So I think the next thing to do is to get some degreaser from Safeway, and I got to fix the garden hose because that's got a broken end on it. But I think I might as well, you know, give the trailer a clean. The other thing I've got to do is, I'm not really sure how I'm going to, but I need some white cardboard here or something so I can write my rego on it. Because in Australia, in Victoria, you have to write your rego on the back of the trailer, just your car registration. So yeah, if you're going to tow a trailer, make sure your lights work, make sure you got your rego written on the back, and not 3 regos like this has got written on it. 1 rego written on the back tailgate that's for the car that's towing it, unless the trailer's registered of course, and then, you know, make sure your lights work, make sure that they're, you know, in reasonable condition. Like, okay, both these lights are different, I think. Yeah, they're both different lights, but they're both reasonable. This one's sort of coming apart, so I'll have to find a better screw than that because I don't want it to fall off. If you got an earth on the back, you know, make sure it's decent. This is a shit earth, but anyway. As I move to the drawbar, nothing really much to say there. If you've got one that's adjustable, that has a like a threaded section with a slot in it and a lock nut, which is what that boss is for. This is a self-adjusting one, but make sure you adjust it because you want a little bit of clearance in your hitch, but you don't want tons because otherwise it'll slip off. And make sure your safety chain is decent. Like this safety chain for some reason was welded on the bottom of this drawbar, and through years of being, you know, resting on dirt and concrete, probably can't see it, you can see it's almost worn all the way through that link. So I'm going to change that, and I'm not going to use this safety chain because if something goes wrong, that's just going to snap. It's not going to do anything. So all I'm probably going to do is just use this bit of box, chuck a decent chain through that. That's never going to break off, not in a hurry anyway, and that can be the safety chain. Not ideal, but it's a lot better than the trailer going 100 metres down the road or kilometres or whatever. Nothing much else to say. When you change wheels on the trailer, which you should definitely do if they look anything like these ones, all cracked and rooted, give the hubs a spin. If they don't feel smooth, new bearing time. Even if they do, you should pull the hubs apart and clean the bearings out and re-grease them, because, you know, I mean, a lot of the reasons why these things have wheels fly off down the road and stuff is because people don't look after them. You know, it's not very complicated to re-grease a bearing. There are tutorials on it, not that I've done one. So yeah, rego, lights, tyres, because yeah, you can get up to nearly up to a $400 fine for not having working lights on a trailer. So take it from someone that's actually been fined for it. It's not worth it. If your trailer doesn't have lights, then either plan for another day or fix it. But if you don't have lights that are working, just don't tow it. Like the cop that fined me said, if someone slams up the arse of the trailer, you're liable, not them. So just something to keep in mind. And even if you are in a hurry and shit, still don't do it.